team on the scoreboard will be the Tigers of Edwardsville High School. The Tigers enter today's match with an overall record of 25 wins and 1 loss. Now meet Coach Andy Merced, who has a record of 45 wins and 25 losses in his 3-year career. Now let's meet the players for both teams, starting with the non-starters. For Vernon Hills, a junior, number 1, Matt Ugasti. For Edwardsville, a senior, number 3, Nick Huddle. For Vernon Hills, a junior, number 2, Jordan Porter. For Edwardsville,
okay, if I start?
sophomore, number 5,
okay, if I start now?
Wes Grigaitis. For Vernon Hills, a sophomore, number 4, Chris Edwards.
Hoffman Estates High School is the site of our second match of the 2011 IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. And this one we have a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. It's the up-and-comers Edwardsville taking on the new powerhouse, you could say, in Vernon Hills.
Number 11, Sam Mulford.
It is Tigers versus Cougars. It's not a battle of Huskies like we had in the first match. We've got 2 different teams and 2 different nicknames going at it here today. We'll start off with the starting lineups with the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Edwardsville Tigers. They'll start at libero with Sean Lynn, the senior. At setter, it'll be Stephen Billleiter. Outside hitters, Nathan Hinning and Thomas Pauck. Middle blockers, John Pranger, Robbie Swalwell. And the right side hitter, keep an eye on the guy who wears number 21, Eric Fitterer, the 6'8 senior. He'll be playing his volleyball next season at Lewis University. He is first on the team in kills, blocks, and aces. Not bad, if you ask me, but there's still questions as to whether or not Edwardsville really plays a tough enough schedule to be prepped and ready to go for battles in the state finals. Edwardsville is coached by third-year head coach Andy Merced. He took over this team back in 2009. They were 2-16 in their first year, and now they're up to 25-1.
A 6'7" junior outside hitter, number 6, Thomas Robinson.
Now let's start with the starting lineups now for Vernon Hills. At libero will be David Swanson. He's wearing number 3. Setter is Justin Opitz, the senior. He wears number 8. Outside hitters, Mikey Kelly and Thomas Robinson. Robinson is the best of the bunch on this team. He wears number 6. He's first on the team in kills and second in blocks. Middle hitters, Garrett Kubaki and Joseph Ho. And the opposite hitter, Martin Nimshuski, who is second on the team in kills. He stands 6'5", and he's a junior. Robinson and Nimshuski are both coming back next year. That's a pretty good foundation to build your team on for a 2012 season as well. And Chris Curry is the head coach for Vernon Hills in his 11th year as the head coach of the Vernon Hills Cougars. 267, 133, and 3. It's the first time Vernon Hills has ever made it to the state finals. And it's also the first time that Edwardsville has ever made it to the state finals in the IHSA Boys Volleyball Tournament. So we got 2 newbies back here in the state finals. Vernon Hills comes into the matchup at 35-4, ranked number 5 in the state in the Sun-Times Boys Volleyball poll, 23rd in the nation in the ESPN Rise Fab 50. On the other side of the coin, Edwardsville comes into this match 25-1. They've won 24 matches in a row after losing their second match of the season. They're not ranked in either poll and are still crying out to get some respect in the state of Illinois.
A 6-foot senior outside hitter, number 20, Thomas Pauck. For Vernon Hills, a 6'6" senior middle hitter, 14, Joseph Ho.
As the lineups are still introduced at center court. Second match just about to get underway.
Eric Fitterer.
Running through the statistics for both teams, as we mentioned before, Edwardsville lost their second match of the year, now ran off 24 wins in a row. They've only played in 3 matches where they've gone 3 sets. So it's just something to keep an eye on. If this does go 3 sets, they don't have the best experience. Edwardsville, they come at you with 3 hitters that have over 175 kills. Fitterer, Pranger, and Henning. A good blocking team, good serving. Defense is susceptible to some power hitting teams. For Vernon Hills, you got 4 hitters that have hit over 180 kills in the season. A great blocking team, excellent serving, and they have a lot of different defenders they can throw at you. And Chris Curry is the kind of guy that you'll see on the sidelines for Vernon Hills, being very animated, very exciting, always a positive-mannered guy, and will keep this team in high spirits no matter what is going on.
The down official.
Again, the lineups for Edwardsville starting. It's Lynn, Billlighter, Henning, Pauk, Pranger, Swalwell, and Fitterer. For Vernon Hills in their starting lineup, Swanson, Opitz, Kelly, Robinson, Kubaki, Ho, and Nimshevsky. Those are the starting 7 for both teams. Vernon Hills has the distinct height advantage.
For the safety of the
as you can see, Edwardsville, 3 players that are over 6'4". Vernon Hills, he runs on their lineup. They have 5 guys that are over 6'4". And they also have a couple 6'3" guys. Great fans turning out for both these teams. Vernon Hills, as you can see, their student section packed. And a couple of them even wearing their graduation caps, as they must have gone through graduation recently. So, second set of 4 here in the 2011 state finals is just about to get underway here from Hoffman Estates. Stephen Billiter to serve for Edwardsville. We're underway in our second match of the day. Nimshevsky puts it down the line and gets the opening point for Vernon Hills.
That was 20, Mark Nimshevsky with the kill. Point for Vernon. Number 3, David Swanson to serve.
And David Swanson will serve for Vernon Hills. First on the team in aces. I should say tied for first on the team in aces. So one of the better servers. That one clips the net by Mikey Kelly. And they said it looked like it was either tipped or it stayed in. I'm not sure, but either way, another point for the team in white. 2-0 lead for the Cougars here in the first set. Passing has been an issue at times for Edwardsville, but that time, no problems there. Thomas Pauk with the points.
With the kill, deflected out of bounds. This will be 9. Nathan Henning to serve.
And Nathan Henning will serve for Edwardsville. Just a short lollipop serve at you. Here's Nimshevsky.
Mark Nimshevsky with the kill.
Martin Nimshevsky, you're going to hear his name quite a few times here today. Standing 6'5". Already looks like he's building into a college volleyball body. A very talented player for Vernon Hills. First time today we mentioned the name Eric Fitterer.
Fitterer with the kill.
The 6'8" right side hitter. We mentioned before he'll be playing volleyball next season at Lewis University.
17.
And Vernon Hills carrying a 3-2 lead here in this first set. As Kubaki went down the line. There's a chance for Pauk. Hit the antenna though, and it's a point for Vernon Hills.
For Vernon Hills, 11.
The starting setter, Justin Opitz for Vernon Hills, has tallied nearly 900 assists on the season. Mikey Kelly with the ace there. Makes it 5-2 Vernon Hills, and they are just... Mike Kelly's not wasting any time. He's getting back up and the serving it quickly. Fitterer sends it right at Kelly. If Edwardsville wants to stay in this game and have a chance to win, feed 21. That's going to be the guy that's going to do it for the team in orange. Fitterer's serve goes long, service error.
14. Joseph Ho back in. Number 9, Garrett Kubacki to serve.
Here's Garrett Kubacki to serve for the Cougars. And a big shot there. John Pronger with the kill. A great set there from Stephen Billiter. Nicely done there, and the Tigers close the gap 6-4. And so far, doesn't appear Edwardsville is phased by the big and powerful team from Vernon Hills. And there's the first time you get to see Thomas Robinson. Number 1 in kills for Vernon Hills, has tallied nearly 300 on the season and second in the team in blocks.
To serve.
Here's the serve from Opitz. A little push shot there from Pronger. Now Robinson will send it over, send it into the net, stays in play. And it looked like hitting was called for crossing over the midway line. Or into the net, I'm sorry.
Point for the Cougars.
It's a point for Vernon Hills in their first appearance at the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. And a service ace for number 8, Justin Opitz, first in the team in aces. Now makes 38 aces on the season for the senior Justin Opitz, whose brother Ryan Opitz is a freshman, and he's the backup setter to go along with Nathan Bennett. Oh, big block of the net from Pronger and Billiter, but the shot went wide. Looked like it may have just stayed in, but either way, Edwardsville will have to talk things over on the sidelines as Andy Brissett calls his first time out. Edwardsville again.
Ladies and gentlemen,
enrollment-wise, Edwardsville almost twice the size of Vernon Hills, but the Cougars, they've also been playing volleyball a couple years longer than Edwardsville. The Tigers, this is just their 3rd year with the volleyball program. And Vernon Hills, they've been around for quite a while, but it's their first time they've been here at the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. Edwardsville made it here out of the Belleville sectional. They were a number 1 seed, had to get by Neuqua Valley in 3 sets to win that sectional. And as Eric Federer put it 3 years ago, they could barely hit the ball over the net. And now they're going to be competing with some of the best teams in the state. And he said, quote, "That feels pretty good." Well, I hope it feels pretty good. They're one of the better teams in the state playing against the cream of the crop in Illinois high school boys volleyball. Back to the action. So Pitt sends it over, and poor communication there between the libero Lynn and Billiter.
Receiving error, Edwardsville, point for Vernon Hill.
Edwardsville, again, it's not a team that they're just happy to be here. They're happy to make the state finals. This is a team that truly believes they can make some noise. They've got some talent. They've got some good players. They made it here on the backs of Eric Federer and John Pronger and their setter Stephen Billiter. But still trying to settle in here, all the Tigers wearing orange.
11, Mikey Kelly back in 5, Nathan Bennett in.
And Nathan Bennett, who's one of 2 backup setters for Vernon Hills, will serve. Short serve. Billiter going to go short to Federer, blocked at the net. A combined block of Mikey Kelly and Joseph Ho.
Point for Vernon Hill.
Joseph Ho stands 6'6", first on the team in blocks. Service error there on Bennett. So far, so good for the team in white as Vernon Hills with a 13-6 lead here in the first set. Billiter to serve for Edwardsville. And that one goes wide. As it goes just beyond the line.
Number 3, the libero David Swanson back in to serve.
And David Swanson to serve here for Vernon Hills, the best server on the team. A little confusion there on the serve. Henning was able to get it over. Nemchevsky rejected at the net. Eric Federer and Robbie Swalwell able to team up for the two-team block. Another service error, this time Nathan Henning. Those kinds of mental mistakes, you don't want to face those in a state finals match. Here's Federer. Boy, can he rise or what?
21, Eric Federer on the kill.
Eric Federer, 6 feet 8 inches.
22, John Pronger.
Had 17 kills in their sectional final victory over Neuqua Valley. Expecting to put up another big number here today.
That was
Garrett Kubacki able to get through and get the point. As Vernon Hills has Edwardsville double up here, 16-8. Mikey Kelly serving for the Cougars. And a great set there, dug out by the libero David Swanson.
point for Vernon Hills.
And Vernon Hills gets the point. But Edwardsville, you can tell they have great communication, great chemistry. You don't see too many teams in Illinois high school volleyball as Federer's shot goes long that has that quick set down so well. And it looks like they do. Oh, sent back! Justin Opitz. Vernon Hills making their presence known here in this first set. 19-8. As Edwardsville will have to call their second and final timeout here in the first set. So far, it has been dominating fashion so far from the team in white as Vernon Hills, in their first ever trip to the state finals for Illinois high school boys volleyball, they are making the most of it here in match 2 of our 4 matches. Vernon Hills almost made it last year, but lost in their third set to Buffalo Grove, 35-33. But this year, they were able to get some revenge on their rivals from BG, beating them in game 1 of the sectional.
Students in Illinois play their games, they play with Pod.
Vernon Hills has their eyes set on the prize. They were able to beat Buffalo Grove in 3 sets. 25-18, 18-25, and 25-18. There's John Pronger with the pound down and the point.
Edwardsville 21, Eric Federer to serve.
Important to note, 5 of the last 6 sets that Vernon Hills has played in has ended with a score 25-18. Just an interesting tidbit to throw at you. As Opitz gets another point, it's 20-9. I don't know if Edwardsville's going to be able to get to 18 in this first set. Vernon Hills, focused, strong, heady. Right now, it's the team in white looking very strong. As Kubacki lands the ace there off the double hit from Nathan Henning. Here's Federer. Pounds it down the line. And the ball gets sent up by us, as Swanson wasn't able to pull in the dig. 21-10 the advantage for the Vernon Hills Cougars. Quick set for Ho, wasn't able to get it over. That time, Crow, well put there from Thomas Robinson in the back corner. 3 points away from an opening set win for the Vernon Hills Cougars, looking very strong. This one could be a half-hour match the way things are going. Cougars blazing through this one. But Edwardsville, you know that's a team that will not go down without a fight. Double hit call once again on Billiter. 23-10. Team in orange right now, still trying to feel their way out here at the state finals.
Serve.
Justin Opitz's serve goes wide.
15. Robbie Swalwell back in 20.
23-11 the lead for Vernon Hills. Here's John Pronger to serve. Opitz, and go far side, Bruszewski. Perfectly placed, and a point for the Cougars, and they now have set point here in set number one. As there you go, there's the student standing up. They got set point coming up here, and match number two of our four-match slate, and a service error for Nick Garpow to end the first set, 25-11. An impressive showing from the Vernon Hills Cougars in our first set of play here today in match number two at the 2011 IHSA State Final. Set number two coming up when we return here from Hoffman Estates here on IHSA TV. State Finals, Vernon Hills cruising in the first set, and the second set coming up here. We'll see how they can do. First set went by way of Vernon Hills, 25-11. The Cougars will look to close it out in a sweep. Edwardsville holding on to belief they can try to come back and win this. David Swanson, I'm sorry. Trying to put this one in play, and there it is. And a shot down the line. Well put from Thomas Pauk.
21, Eric Fitterer to serve.
Eric Fitterer will serve now for Edwardsville. Just exactly the start that the Tigers were looking for, as Nimshevsky sent that one into the block. Block goes wide, and a point for Vernon Hills. Tied up at one apiece here in our second set, and a service error from the junior Nimshevsky.
7, Robbie Applebaum. 20, Thomas Pauk to serve.
Thomas Pauk to serve. Here comes a nice block there between Pronger and Billiter. And Flittner sent it back, but double hit called. So Billiter called for another double hit. It's been a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a bugaboo, you could say, for Edwardsville. It has been that double hit. Great dig. Brought out there by Swanson. A chance, though, for Edwardsville, and Nathan Henning with the points. Edwardsville looking much better here in the second set. They got pretty much dominated in the first set, and a service ace for John Pronger. Second on the team in aces, but I mean, anyone else in the world would probably be second on the team in aces to Eric Fitterer. Either way, though, Edwardsville looking much better here in this second set as Pronger serves sails wide. And a point for Vernon Hills. Garrett Kubaki serving for Vernon Hills now. There's Fitterer. That one goes wide.
3.
Tied at 4 here in the second set. And not quite sure what happened there. I think Robbie Swalwell just lost the ball up in the air and didn't realize it was coming to him. Kind of an interesting play. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 5-4 lead for the Cougars, and put down with a big shot by Nathan Henning.
To tie it at 5.
Tied at 5. You do not want to sleep on this Tiger team. Good dig there in the backcourt, and Fitterer gets it over and gets the points. So far,
Eric Fitterer
Edwardsville's starting to build up some belief and momentum right now. Sort of had a stunned look on their face in that first set. Here in the second set, coming out looking much better. Here's Robinson, blocked to the net. And the Tigers being called into the net. And a net violation on the Tigers makes it a 6-all game.
Justin Opitz has served 20, Martin.
Again, Vernon Hills, their first ever trip to the state finals. It's also Edwardsville's first appearance here at Hoffman Estates. Far side, Federer blocked. And Nimshevsky and Ho team up for the block. A 7-6 lead for the team in white. Opitz sent it over, but it's going to be a free ball now for the Cougs. Robinson, yes!
Edwardsville in the net, point for Vernon Hill.
Thomas Robinson with the point. Edwardsville was called for a net violation. Either way, it was going to be a point. What a blast there from Thomas Robinson. 8-6 lead for the Cougars. Here's Federer, rejected.
14,
Joseph Ho and Martin Nimshevsky. Oh my.
Edwardsville, their first.
Vernon Hills, a strong blocking team as they're starting to show you now. A 9-6 lead for the Cougars. Vernon Hills were able to win their first ever sectional final just recently. Back on Tuesday, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, official.
They were able to knock off Libertyville in 3 sets. Libertyville, a team that honestly probably had no business being in the sectional final at the Gurney sectional, but really making life difficult for opponents in the Gurney sectional. But the number 1 seed in that sectional, Buffalo Grove, taken out by that team in white that's playing here today, Vernon Hills. Shocking to think that Vernon Hills was a 4 seed in that sectional.
When play resumes.
Barrington and Lincolnshire,
at 9-6.
the 2 other teams that were seated ahead of the Cougars. But Vernon Hills made the most of it, and they are here today. As Opitz's serve with a little bit too much power on it. And a service error and a side out for Edwardsville, 9-7. Opitz going back to Robinson.
That was 6.
And Henning wasn't able to dig it out.
Robinson with the kill. Mikey Kelly back in. Number 5.
10-7 lead for the Cougars as Robinson comes out. And the backup setter, Nathan Bennett, will check in to serve. Bennett, the junior, gets the service ace. A fortuitous bounce for the junior as it clips off the net and falls in. Bennett, more than likely, will be the starting setter next year for Chris Curry. So he's getting some great experience here at the state finals this year. Well put there from Thomas Pauck.
Thomas Pauck.
11-8 the lead for Vernon Hills.
Robinson back in, 22. John Pronger back in, 17. Sean Lynn to serve.
It's Edwardsville once again to serve. That's the libero, Sean Lynn, serving for the Tigers. Ho blocked the net. There's a shot into the net from Mikey Kelly. And Edwardsville
Point for the Tigers.
hanging around right now. Staying in the thick of things here in the second set. Opitz going to Nimshevsky.
Martin Nimshevsky.
And that was a no-doubter there. Just one block, no problem for number 20. Just a junior. Him and Thomas Robinson, my goodness. Can you imagine what opponents are going to be facing next year when they take on the Cougars? There's a point for John Pronger.
21, Eric Fitterer to serve.
Pronger's no slouch himself, standing 6'5". Here's Fitterer to serve. Power serve. Swanson was able to pass. And Mikey Kelly's shot goes a little too long. And the Tigers close the gap, 12-11. As Edwardsville taken down in the first set. Second set here, though, looking much better. And sent back by Pronger, wasn't able to keep it away from the net. Billiter was able to dig that one out. Sent over by Pauk. Now at the net, Nimshevsky was tipped and gets the point.
Nimshevsky with the kill.
Martin Nimshevsky, the junior, second on the team in kills with 240. Second only to Thomas Robinson, who's closing in on a 300 number. That is a lot. Oh, well put there on the quick set from Billiter, and John Pronger puts it in the back corner. Beautifully placed. And again, we talked about in the first set a little bit. Edwardsville has that quick set down. Good chemistry, good communication between the setter and the hitters. That one lands in play for Mikey Kelly as it clipped off the net and stayed in. And it's 14-12. Kelly will go back to serve. And Billiter wins it at the net. It's a free ball for the Cougars and put down by Garrett Kubaki. 15-12. And again, Mikey Kelly doesn't waste any time getting off that serve. He sends it over quickly. The quick set doesn't work there as Pronger sends it into the net. 16-12, and Andy Bursett, the head coach of the Tigers, has to be careful that this one doesn't get away from his Tiger team. Well, it won't there. Nathan Henning with the big blast. Makes it 16-13. This game is just flying by here so far. Our first match took a little bit of time to get into as it went 3 sets. This one has the potential to go 3 sets, but it's flying by as these two teams get up and serve quickly, get their points, send the balls back to the ball boys, and they continue on. And a lift called this time on Nathan Henning. Again, Edwardsville has had a lot of problems at receiving serves and passing to setters. So that's got to improve if they want to come back and try to win this. That shot by Swalwell goes wide, and a timeout called by Edwardsville. 19-13, the lead for Vernon Hills. They are making short work of their Elite Eight battle with the Edwardsville Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, a live video.
Don't forget, our next match will be coming up at around 5 p.m. Central Time here at Hoffman Estates High School. Our third match will feature St. Rita and Glenbard West. We talked about Naperville North being a Cinderella. St. Rita has got to be in your glass slipper category as well, coming into the match with just a 22-17 record and taking down Riverside Brookfield in the Rivas sectional final in shocking fashion in that second set, 29-27. So the Mustangs and the Hilltoppers will be in action at 5 p.m., while our fourth match will be a battle of Goliaths as number 3 New Trier and number 2 Sandburg will do battle. That's probably going to be the best of the bunch here in our Elite Eight matches coming up later today. You can catch that one at approximately 6 p.m. depending upon how the third match goes. Back to the action as Joseph Ho and Justin Opitz team up for the block. 5 points away to a Final Four berth for the Vernon Hills Cougars. Fitterer sends it over. Somehow Applebaum was able to get a hand on it. Robinson gets it over, dug out well by the libero Sean Lynn, but Joseph Ho sends it over and gets the point. 4 points away for the Cougars. Edwardsville started off very well in this second set, but it appears to be getting away from them now. Cougars called for into the net. 21-14.
Vernon Hills in the net.
Tigers would love to get Fitterer back there serving, but he is down in the order right now. So Stephen Billiter will have to serve for the Tigers. And clips that net from Kubaki. Now Fitterer will go back and sends it long and wide.
Lonnie Martin and Shevsky back in.
Edwardsville again. They've won 24 matches in a row.
No pitch to serve.
Losing is not something they are accustomed to.
Serve goes in the net.
And that one into the net for Garrett Kubaki.
Nathan Henning to serve, number 9.
22-15 the lead for Vernon Hills as they are 3 points away from a berth to the state semifinals. Dug out there by Henning. Stays in for the Cougars. Nimshevsky. Henning once again keeps it in play. Sends it long though.
Goes long.
23-15. And now head coach Chris Curry going to bring in a youngster, Matt Ugaste. 5'9" outside hitter. Serves it into the nets. He's playing his first state finals as well, so maybe jitter is getting the best of the 17-year-old junior. 23-16 the lead. Here's Sean Lynn serving for the Tigers. Kelly looked to send it over, but double hit called on the setter, Justin Opitz. Well, don't look now, but Edwardsville slowly creeping back into this one. They still trail 23-17 and now make it 24-17. Right as I say that, a service error. And now match point for Vernon Hills as a berth into the Final Four is within reach. And they'll have to wait just a little bit longer, possibly. As Swanson's shot sails long. Well, Eric Fitterer, here you go. This is the guy that you would want to serve you back into the match. The senior, his first serve, passed well by Swanson. Mikey Kelly puts it down. And Vernon Hills will be moving on to the Final Four, where they will take on Naperville North. That's one match that as a volleyball fan you have to be salivating over, as the Cougars and the Huskies will do battle tomorrow at approximately 10 a.m. You can catch that match here on IHSA TV. Edwardsville drops to 25-2. Their 24-match win streak is over, but great experience and a great run from the Edwardsville Tigers. No shame in making it this far and falling to a dominant team like Vernon Hills. The Cougars move to 36-4. The number 5 team in the state will move on to the Final Four in the state semifinals, which will be played tomorrow here at Hoffman Estates High School.